Time to hear from Sean and get our fix of the day. Get on the standard now because
this is the way.
We were meant for this moment since the day we were born. Now sit back and enjoy. It's good day, Bitcoin.
G'day, Bitcoin's at an all-time high, 79,000. We're just under it just right now, but it's going to happen while we're live. I dare say it's broken $120,000. In Australian dollars, that's the Pacific peso on this side of the ditch. Now, the question is, should you still be buying Bitcoin? I bought it today at $118,000 Australian. At that time, Bitcoin was trading at like 117,800 or something. The spot fee or the spread on that is a little bit high and already in profit with where it is now. But that really goes beside the point. Bitcoin being an all-time high, we will talk about it. I'm cooking steak, so it's going to be a real quick live stream, but hopefully the video helps. If you are new to Bitcoin, my name's Sean. I've been here for about 5 years, going on just over 5 years now, actually, and it's totally changed my life in every way possible. But when I first heard about Bitcoin, it was $94 Australian. When I started buying Bitcoin, it was 300x more expensive. It's crazy. It's at $30,000. Been buying everywhere in between. I bought the top before and then it's pumped a little bit higher, but I'll buy the top tomorrow. Bitcoin, it's always on sale. Why? We've got the specific peso or whatever currency around the world that you are using, but 119,981 Australian dollars. For everyone that's been here for a while, well done, congratulations. My biggest message would be don't stop now, especially if you've just come into the space. It is only going up from here. A little word of caution, it's a volatile asset. It doesn't mean it's risky. I think it's the safest asset to be in, and that's after about 9,000 hours worth of research, talking to the best and the brightest minds. Like, I've got a video coming out with Mark Moss later on this week, and I've got 3 special guests joining us live week for the news show. But talking to all these amazing people, there's zero risk in it, but the volatility, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 days to the upside, like today's in Australia, I'm sure it's not today, but Tuesday we had a $10,000 day to the upside, but we're going to get them to the downside as well. Just be prepared for that, but it's all gravy and it's pretty validating, 78,895. But remember, this is the signal here. Goody Brad just messaged me over on X with this: price up, stack sats; price down, stack sats; price sideways, stack sats, stack sats. Just buy, stack, and chill. That's as hard as it needs to be. SF Hoddle did reach out to Checkmate and got a response. So shout out, James will be coming on the show, I think in about 2 weeks' time, for more of a regular spot. The guy knows his stuff. If you haven't followed Checkmate, check out Checkmate at _checkmatey_. Anyway, Checkmate, he's like the lead on-chain analyst on Bitcoin. He used to work for Glassnode. He's got his own deal going on now, Check on Chain. But a liquid supply is not a metric I recommend people look at, to be honest. I assume the request is looking for some kind of read on hodled supply with a low probability of spend. So hodled is people that have been in Bitcoin for a while. It's just a misspelling of the word hold. They've just been here and they're holding for a long time. Hodled, hold on for dear life is what we've attributed the acronym to be. The story behind it's pretty wild, but we'll carry on. That would be long-term holder supply, and it's 70% of circulating and near all-time highs. So throughout Bitcoin's history, just to break this down real simple, the way that I grasp it, the way that I perceive it, is over Bitcoin's history and the circulating supply, there's only ever going to be 21 million. We can align ourselves, and right now we have 19 over on the top left corner, 19.78 million coins are out there, which is 94.19% of the supply. But of the circulating supply, which is 100% at 19.78 million coins, 70% of that, and it's 70% circulating and near all-time highs. So long-term holders hold 71% of the supply, which is 14 million Bitcoin. People that have been here for a while, they understand it. And I guess the question that I posed at the start, is it too late to be buying Bitcoin? When we look at this chart from being in Bitcoin for 5 years, what I see is that people that have been here for a long time are going to stay for a long time because they've put in the proof of work. Bitcoin, unfortunately, it's not easy to be able to grasp straight away. It does require roughly about 100 hours of research. There's some amazing books to be able to speed up that process. I'd say there's nearly 100 hours packed into this book. It'll take you 4 to 6 hours to read. Beers for Bitcoin. There's Bitcoin Evangelism is another fantastic book. The Parallel Economy. Stack those books as hard as you can, get in there, because it doesn't click straight away. But what this chart is showing is once people understand it, they hold on. And even at all-time highs, they're still holding on because they understand that comparatively, and this is the conversation that I dived into with Mark Moss, at 78,000, 79,000, 100,000, is it cheap or expensive? And what Mark said to me is, expensive compared to what? Like, what is it expensive to? Judging by the past, yeah, well, it's never, ever been this high. In human history, in the life of Bitcoin, which is about 16 years old, Bitcoin's never been this expensive. I need to check on the stakes soon, but we'll carry on. They were a little bit frozen, so they've probably got a little bit longer. I was like, okay, yes. So like if we look at history, Bitcoin does look expensive, but the markets are forward looking. They're looking into the future. And where is Bitcoin going to be in the next 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 years? Now, what Mark said, which is pretty surprising. So I thought like by 2030, 2034 at the latest, Bitcoin would be around $1 million per Bitcoin. Mark reckons, and spoiler alert, $2 to $3 million. He lays out all the math, so I'll save that for the podcast. But $78,835, is that too expensive for $2-3 million in the next 5 to 10 years? No, it's not. So what Goonie Brad was saying, nice name, mate, by the way. Price up, stack sats. Price down, we stack sats. Price sideways, we stack sats. It's all we need to do. Been making content every single, 5 days a week for many, many years, telling people to buy, stack, and chill. And that message, it was so important then, but it's more important now if you're new to Bitcoin, because the price has gone up, when everyone's euphoric about it. We are very early in the cycle, and the cycle may go on. History doesn't always repeat, but often it rhymes. Some more nuanced conversation. Hit subscribe if you're interested in diving into those topics. Let us know in the chat, and we can dive into the 4-year cycles or if they're broken. But if today's your first day, please just study Bitcoin. I've been wearing this shirt all day. It's so important. You know, I think it's mission critical, simply for the reason they're going to print money for the rest of our lives, but that's going to accelerate very, very, very quickly, very fast, and Bitcoin's only going to get more and more expensive. So it's 100% on you, but if you're willing to put in a bit of time, a little bit of research, it'll truly change your life. For me, it took about 4 years, and like everything changed, but everything dramatic changed. Wife and I totally broke free of the system, doing our own thing, living life on life's terms. That's the power, not really of the number go up, because with Bitcoin, I just buy and hold it. I just use it as savings. It's not an investment to me. It's not about getting rich quick to me. It's a nice sideline. It's a nice bonus, which just automatically happens because it is number go up technology. That's just like a freaking amazing benefit, like a side quest of Bitcoin. I think the most important thing is it's based on truth. And when I say it's based on truth, Bitcoin can't lie to it. So far, there's been 869,675 blocks. Roughly, we get one every 10 minutes. Every 2 weeks, the difficulty adjustment will change either up or down to try hit that 10-minute target. At the moment, we're at 9 minutes and 57 seconds. This hash rate is like the amount of computer energy, all these machines around the world. It's the largest decentralized computer network in the world, all trying to solve problems to be able to be rewarded with the block that basically they just get free Bitcoin if they win that puzzle. But 720.8 exahash is worth of computing power is gone into this. It's up 2.85%. We are running a little bit slow, only 140 out of a target of 144 blocks. But this changes, but what we know for a fact is we are at block height 869,675. It tells us what the exchange rate is. This collated data, it's pulled from many places, 78,795, and you will notice it changes a little bit by about 7 $7 there. They're just pulling the information from different places. So fiat can lie to us. And that's what Bitcoin teaches, is fiat lies, where one Bitcoin is just one Bitcoin and the block height is the block height. Very hard to be able to rewind it. I'm going to flip that steak. That's my idea of cake. But the market cap, $1.56 trillion. Let me just flip this real quick and I'll flick over to the price chart because it's going to hit 69 million. 2 secs. $78,834. Thanks for that. But with how Bitcoin changed my own life, it's not from the number going up. It's nice to be able to have the wealth that automatically accrues. I just use it as savings. So every week or every 2 weeks, I'll just pay myself, put my super in there. Or before that, I just put my super in there. And every savings, Luna, good girl, she sits there too. She's looking for attention. She's the sweetest little darling in the whole world. So I get to spend like every day with her. She'll just sit in here or I sit outside in the hammock on my laptop. Pretty incredible. But hello. When she wants attention, we rescued her and we got her when she was 6 months old. She sits there and scratches and it's so sad, but it drives me insane, that noise. It is what it is. Anyway, back to the signal. From aligning myself with truth every single day, waking up, seeing the block height as the block height, one Bitcoin is one Bitcoin. It tells the Satoshis that we can get for every USD. So at the moment, that's 1,269. Changed our mindset. Like fiat, this paper money system, it's fugazi. It's made up. It's not backed by anything. Where Bitcoin is backed by people putting in real resources, energy, building out the Bitcoin mining networks. And then there's people like run their own nodes, validating that it is what it is. It's like doing what it says it's doing. To be able to align ourselves with money that's based on truth and mathematics instead of this crazy money system, it's changed my life in so many ways. Like I couldn't be more grateful. And it's just going to continue to keep going up, which is a bonus. And it's nice, brings new people in. Maybe some of you are hearing it for the first time. But this was like a bit of a trip. This afternoon. It's a little bit funny, but my wife and I were talking and I just pretty much wrote the conversation word for word. My wife, her name's Louise, she said to me, "We did it, babe." I said, "Yeah, we really did. We broke free of the system." Louise, it's amazing. I said, "I've been fighting for this my whole life." Exactly like that, actually. I could not have done it without you. And then she said it took both of us. I'm so blessed. 4 years, a remarkable partner and a solid plan, like anything is possible. So that's like this gratitude for what Bitcoin is. And it's like, aside from number go up, but this was a bit of a trip out. Satoshi Nakamoto replied. So Satoshi Nakamoto is the anonymous creator of Bitcoin. Nobody knows who Satoshi is. And then Satoshi messages me, "God bless you." And I know it's someone's just profile name. They've put it there. But literally, Satoshi Nakamoto, that's the words written there, said, "God bless you." I just said, "Thank you, Satoshi. It's so peculiar. I'm blessed beyond belief. Incredibly grateful for everything in my life and have Bitcoin and how Bitcoin has played a huge part in this. Not so much for the number go up. That's for marketing purposes. I truly think it is. Like number go up, it brings all of us in here. I was talking to someone at the car dealership I'll just read this and I'll talk about the car dealership on Friday. Not so much number go up, that's for marketing purpose, but for the lessons and steerage of truth in all things. Thank you and God bless you. That was a bit of a trip. So thank you so much, Satoshi Nakamoto. But for Satoshi Nakamoto and all the people in Bitcoin that came before and they're showing up every day to try and make it as easy as possible for other people to be able to understand and get it and then go down their own path. Because unfortunately, anyone that's studied Bitcoin, put in 100, 1,000, 9,000 hours, they can't just give you that. Unfortunately, I wish I could. I wish I could just hand out 100 hours and you could just run with it. It doesn't happen, unfortunately. But all those people that are going out there and getting people to put in their own proof of work, thank you so much. There's so many people. A good friend of mine, Dasby, Brian Demint as well. Just all the Bitcoin authors, all the Bitcoin podcasters, everyone's trying to make it as easy as possible. So I guess the takeaway is maybe some of us seem crazy, and maybe we are crazy. But once you jump over to like the orange side, where the grass literally is greener, where your money starts working for you, and when you work for it, you're rewarded and your time is respected and honored. The grass, the pasture is truly green. It's a bright orange future. But yeah, when people get there, they're just trying to share as what it's like, because the world is mad. It's crazy, and anything that's new or seems unfamiliar, it's easy just to be able to step back straight away and be like, no, those people are crazy. I don't want to listen to them. Like, say with the elections recently, the right one and the left are up in arms. And it'd be the same if the left won. The right would be up in arms. It'd be no different. But for the losing side, maybe it's worth just taking a moment instead of just calling them all crazy. Because sure, a lot of us are. That's cool. There are plenty of crazy people out in the world, and it's good to be crazy. A little bit, in a sane way. But maybe understand where they're coming from and why they went in that particular direction and why they're so vocal about it. Like walking around wearing a shirt saying study Bitcoin. Most people won't say, what's that Bitcoin? Occasionally, maybe 1 in 100 people do. Oh, is that Bitcoin thing still about? So if you're here now, you're still early, well done, but please just share, pay the message forward, because it's game changing, it's life changing. And on that note, just a shout out to everyone tuning in. Kim, hey bro, good to see you. Fast Jimmy, good to see you. Video's flying. Unfortunately, I actually prefer the red days, but the green days, they're nice, they're validating. It's a nice moment to be able to reflect. But all of us, I think we should all still be buying. While we've got that opportunity to exchange fiat for the world's hardest, soundest money, it takes a while to understand that truly is. It's the best form of money that's ever existed in human history, and it's only 16 years old, and we're going through a price discovery transition stage before it comes legal tender of the world. It's money that can survive for infinite period of time, unlike fiat. But yes, Kim, 120,000 Pacific pesos. Could look at Gary. No, I could not. It's Bitcoin only. It's mission critical. The fiat world, it's dying. There's some crazy stuff. I've got Senator Ditloff for senator, so he's a libertarian candidate running for a Senate seat. Jordan Ditloff. I've had him on the show before. Very interesting. He's coming on Friday live, and we're going to dive into the misinformation, disinformation bill and what it actually means, and how he dove right into the bankers and all the money they've donated and stuff and what they're trying to sweep under the rug. It's pretty powerful. But that's what I'm here to look into. It's about the separation of money from state and people taking their freedom back, not some altcoin. That's gambling, it's degeneracy, it's your money, it's your choice. But I don't know. There's a higher purpose here. Title show, Bitcoin drops to 67K. It did not update. That's earlier. I was going live. I'll refresh it. Not while I'm live, but I'll sort that out once I finish the live. G'day. I didn't turn the aircon on. I live in central Queensland and it is hot. Like it is crazy hot and humid. And like we had that fire going this afternoon, sitting around. It's just something that we like to do. Smoke smashed me in the eyes. Could barely like see, and I was trying to like read $100 million Leads by Alex Hormozi. If you haven't read his first book, depends where you are, but $100 million offers. It's a really good book. Depend where you are on your business journey, but I've read that one a while ago, and this next follow-up book, absolutely insane. Sitting by the fire though, it's pretty hard to be able to read, and it's crazy having a fire that big on such a hot day. I'm in the class of 2021, Habib. Well done. It feels good now I can say that this is not my first cycle, 100%. Got my father-in-law, he asked me about Bitcoin about a week before the US elections when it was 65K, and explained as much as I could and sent him a link to download Coinbase, a couple of YouTubes. KD, please, whether it's beers for Bitcoin, depending on your father, I wouldn't go straight to the Bitcoin Standard, and I believe it's one of the best books, but it's a little bit long, it's a little bit deep, it sort of smacks people in the face. But this is written by like a real chill Aussie guy, or Bitcoin Evangelism. Yeah, I do have it on my shelf, 2 seconds. Was upstairs because I was flicking through. Bitcoin Evangelism or Beers for Bitcoin. Just try get them to read the books as quick as possible. And people need a few touch points. Usually with marketing, it's about 7 to 9 touch points before they even like start to pay attention to be able to switch on. That's what I love about the Bitcoin price going up. Brings new people. I've got another gas bottle, but I think I just ran out of gas. It is what it is. Just share it as much as possible. Share whatever content you think will resonate for new people, especially middle-aged women or above. Natalie Brunel, I believe, is very solid, very grounded in her messaging. Just try and tailor different podcasts or interviews or news articles from different people for that person. So it's almost like a tailor-made. But yeah, it sucks when people don't get it the first, the second, the third, the 10th time, where we tell them for years and years and years. And then the last thing you write in your resignation letter is 3 lines saying goodbye. And then 2 paragraphs of saying, please start paying attention to Bitcoin. I've been telling you about it for years and years and years. Like, try whatever way possible and just keep trying and trying and trying, and don't stop until there's no more tries left. If you see them again, please try again. It's so important. Like, people without Bitcoin are fucked. It's dying. If they have gold, like, they'll be all right. Their purchasing power will hold. Property, to an extent, it depends. Maybe not as safe as Bitcoin, but with Bitcoin's just the superior store of value for everything. We're all going to work or provide value and get income for it. We may as well be storing that energy, that money, that currency in something that's going to reward us. And just look out at 4 years. So if you're buying it now, 78,000, and it goes to 100,000, then drops to 60,000, and that's it for the cycle. Just say hypothetically, I think it's going way higher, but just say that happened. Cool. So what? Like, you've got an opportunity. It's come down. It's cheaper. You can get more sats per USD. That's really what you want. And then you're just looking out over the next 4 years. Anyone can buy Bitcoin at any time over the 4-year cycle and keep buying DCA and dollar cost average, like $100 a week, 1,000, 2,000, 10,000, whatever it is, every week or every day. And they smooth that out. And then after a 4-year period, nothing less than 100% gain. That's pretty powerful. That's judging by history. Again, it doesn't always repeat. Often it rhymes. The next last, that was like 210 or 220%, and then it's like 400% over a 4-year time frame. And I think that upside, Trump talking about adding Bitcoin as just strategic reserve asset, buying at today's prices, like $74 billion, or that's at like 2 days ago prices. So it's probably already at like $80 billion. Michael Saylor over the next 3 years, talking about buying $44 billion worth of Bitcoin. You're not late. It's still so early. Please pay attention. Please just study Bitcoin and urge everyone. It's like mission critical. Like, this go time, especially while it's under 100K. If you're watching this and you understand enough to be able to try, please, it's what I ask of you if you can. Just go hard, get people to wake up, and it'll lead them to being free. It'll allow you to be free. And it just, when people align with Bitcoin, it stops the hate, the lies, the misinformation, the distortion that comes from the fiat system. It's so much better. And the more people that jump on as it expands, as it grows, that effect compounds and the world gets better dramatically quick. But there's a window in time. The then they fight you stage, that's here. That's now. So don't let friends and family get psyoped and not buy or save in Bitcoin. It's not even buying, it's just saving Bitcoin. Sale dog got my mum to buy the dip at 70K. She's stoked. Almost 70 years old. Respect. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Well done. Absolutely well done. Make sure she knows how to protect it. And that's all. If you ever need help, The first 30 minutes free, Bitcoin Way. They're the professionals who I use. My friends, my family, my mother, mother-in-law, everyone in my life. The Bitcoin Way is who I recommend. They're amazing. You need help. First 30 minutes is free. So I just want to add on to that. Buy Bitcoin, study Bitcoin, and then hodl, hold on for dear life, protect it for dear life. Make sure it's so safe, so secure. Do the right things. They're all new. You can get free information, BTC sessions on YouTube, BTC session. Wealth of knowledge, amazing platform, an amazing man. His name's Ben Piran. Incredible, incredible, incredible person. BTC sessions, or if you don't have time, somebody a little bit older, or you just want a health check, reach out to the Bitcoin Way. But either way, please protect it at all costs. Don't leave it on the exchange for long periods of time. And whatever's on the exchange, be willing to lose it. If you're not willing to lose $1,000 in your wallet, like if you wouldn't carry around $1,000 in your wallet, don't leave $1,000 of Bitcoin on the exchange. It's like a wallet. Learn to self-custody. It's not that hard. It's just a process, a little bit of education, vitally important. And that, it repays your hard work. We're at 79,000. It's, what's that? Put Bitcoin in like 120,000 AUD. I'm sure it will. 120,000. There we go. Nice way to end it. I'm gonna get some beef. I sure do. But you're all legends. Thanks so much for being on this journey. Tomorrow we got Biani. The guy's trying to make Bitcoin tax-free in Australia. Yeah, he's coming on. Freaking epic. And then we've got George coming on Wednesday. That's going to be an insane, in-depth conversation. I believe he believes Bitcoin's going to $10 million very quick. He's got the math to lay it out. Mark Moss is like 2 to 3. I'm at 1 million. This guy's at 10 million. The thing that we all have in common, or every chart has in common, and if Bitcoin gets there or not, like I don't care. The longer it takes, the happier I am. Unfortunately, I think it's going to happen quicker than what we want it to, or what I want it to. But whether it's the stock to flow, the power law, just looking at the Bitcoin price, all of them put Bitcoin at a much higher price out into the future. That's my takeaway from price prediction. Everyone's saying that. And then on Friday, we've got Jordan talking about the mis and disinformation bill and diving deep into how the bankers have weaseled their way in there. But Bitcoin,